gotta chase it. Money's moving to me. I'm a millionaire. This money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it.
Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? Happy Sunday to you all. I hope that you're having an amazing day thus far. If not, it's about to get that much better. So, if you're watching me live, go ahead and let me know where you're watching from. Rep your city, rep your country. Let me know where in the virtual building you are watching me from on tonight. Let me know who's here. I feel like I haven't gone live in a while, in a few days. But listen, y'all, I have something to share with you, and I am truly excited to do so. So if you're watching me live, let me know who's here. I'm going to go ahead and do my intro as I always do. My name is Sharita Leon. I went from being a homeless, disabled single mom to a two-time #1 best-selling author with books that were on the bestsellers list for over 2 years straight. I'm also a life, relationship, and business coach, an internet marketing strategist, entrepreneur, international speaker, and the protege of the legendary Les Brown, a Forex trader and investor, and I empower my tribe to live their God-given purpose while creating wealth and have healthy relationships. I'm also a believer, and my feelings exude in all that I do. So welcome, everybody. Hey, Mr. Glover, how are you? So I see that I don't even know how to say the city you're from, so I'm not even gonna try. How are you, King? Hey, Pastor Sean. Hey. Y'all, listen, I'm feeling a bit emotional right now, and it's so crazy. I was trying to, compose myself and really be, all hyped like I usually am, but I'm really emotional right now because I feel something in my spirit, right? And because of that, I'm trying to be like real real particular as to what I say and how I say it. Because I was inspired tonight. And that's the reason why I'm on here. I'm on here because I'm inspired. If I'm not inspired, I'm not coming on here, right? It makes no sense. But I was inspired tonight because I was listening to my amazing CEO, the CEO of Tava Lifestyle, Mr. Kenny Eloyd. And he reminded me of vision. He reminded me of what restoration looks like. He reminded me of why I have been so changed in the last 12 months, well, 14 months now, since saying yes to Tava. And all I kept thinking about was how this is so much bigger than you, bigger than me. It's so much bigger than even himself, the CEO of the company. It is truly a movement of restoration. One of the things that I remember my diamond leader, Mr. Clavon Browning, saying to me when I said yes to Tava was that this is an opportunity for people to be restored. People that have been in the industry of network marketing, people that have been hurt before, people that had dreams deferred. This is an opportunity for them to be restored. Now, while he said all of those things, I wasn't really trying to hear it because I said I was done with this industry. Okay, I'm good, right? But it was the truth. While I was doing very well in my life and I have many successes, there was still something missing. There was something missing. And I remember it like it was yesterday, just 14 months ago. I remember feeling like depleted. I felt like I had no vigor. I felt like something was missing. I was helping people make money. I was making money, but something was still missing. And I did not think it was going to be this arc. I didn't think it was going to be this industry, but I knew I needed something. I needed something. I needed to feel like I was in purpose. I needed to feel like I was impacting people's lives. And the truth was I had allowed a dream defer to keep me from moving forward. Because the truth is, one of my whys, and this may be totally different than a lot of other people, but one of my whys of why I am here in Tava is because I need to prove to myself. I needed to prove to myself that I could be at the top of a network marketing company. And it's a two-part thing. I need to prove to myself that I could be at the top of a network marketing company. But number two, I had to prove God's promise and what he showed me years ago when he brought this industry to me. He showed me what was available to me. See, many times we don't see the manifestation of God's promises, not because he's not going to bring it to pass, but simply because we're not willing to do the work to believe to manifest it. Because the word is very clear. God's promises are yes and amen. His promises are yes and amen. So if he said something's already done, it's finished. If you don't see it manifest in your life, it's because you haven't done the work and your belief is not there. You haven't been consistent enough to see it manifest. And so for me, being part of this company, being a part of this industry is to prove God's promise, what he showed me, the vision, but also to prove to myself that it is for me too. Somebody needs to type in the chat box, this is for me too. Because see, oftentimes we see other people, we see them successful, we see other people and we say, oh, well, that was because she had this, and that's because he had that, and that's because she started early, and that's because that was her upline. And we make up all of these stories. But the truth is because you weren't consistent enough to see it manifest. You weren't consistent enough. You didn't have the faith to keep believing. And so because of that, you didn't see the promises. And so either it's going to be God is a lie or you are. And clearly it can't be God. It has to be you. And so when I look back at my journey, I look back at my efforts, I look back at the things that I should have done and didn't do, it all comes back to me. And tonight I was reminded of the vision. I was reminded of the movement. I was reminded of why we're actually here. This is a movement bigger than ourselves. There are people right now waiting for you, waiting for me, people that are praying for an opportunity. See, what happens is we get caught up in the people that left. We get caught up in the people that don't want to really do anything. We get caught up in the people that say no. And then we forget that we're called to the people that are wanting us. We're called to the people that actually need us. And so because of that, we slow down a bit. Because that we lose our sight. But we have to be reminded constantly. This is why the Bible says faith comes by hearing. Hearing. Ongoing, ing, not one time, not two times, but hearing. This is why you find in the Old Testament, they would make sure that they wrote down what their forefathers did. They would write down on tablets and stones what God had done for their people before. This is why the word says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. We have to be constantly reminded of what it is that we are believing for, what it is that God has told us. We have to be reminded on an ongoing basis. And it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to forget. I know a person right now in my life, and every time they ask me to do something, I could do it. It could be 99 times, I'll do it. That 100th time, if they ask me and I say no, they're going to forget about the 99. They're only going to focus on the fact that I can't believe you told me no. And that's where a lot of us are. God does all of these things for us. He brings all these opportunities. He brings us out. And then we get into this situation. It's like, well, I don't know if I could actually do it. I don't know. This is not for me. I think I need to stop. I don't. And this is what we do. We forget all that he's done because at the present moment, we haven't grown in our maturity, in our emotions to say, I'm going to move past this. Truth be told, a lot of us are not where we're supposed to be right now because of our emotions. We've made decisions, we've made permanent decisions based off of temporary situations, especially as women. You know how we do. We're more emotional. So we'll get mad, we'll cut somebody off, we'll cut an opportunity off. We'll be so in our emotions that we'll make stupid decisions. I mean, just stupid. We'll go and give ourselves a pay cut just to prove to somebody, I'm gonna go do that since you did this. Honey, you're the one that's losing. Right? Yeah, if you listen to the wrong emotions, Cornelius, they'll mess you up. And so we have to look at why are we here? Because it's all about knowing your why, but knowing your purpose. It's about knowing your purpose. Why are you here on this earth? See, this is one of the reasons why I love the industry of network marketing. See, you couldn't have me say that 12, 14 months ago because I was burned. I was burned out. I was broken. So there was nothing I didn't love no type of network marketing. Don't you come in my inbox asking me about no company. Don't try to call me. Don't text me. I don't want nothing to do with this industry. I'm good. Okay. Try to tell you. Boy, God must really be on Mr. Browning for real, because I don't know how in the world I'm here today. But it's purpose, it's assignment, right? It's purpose and assignment. So literally being able to get back to a place where you're reminded of a vision, reminded of what God called you to do, beyond your own belief, beyond your own emotions. You are now allowing yourself to be in alignment. Because the reason why I love this industry is because my purpose is to help individuals, my tribe, those who are called to me, is to help them create wealth. And one of the ways that they're able to create wealth is through the industry of network marketing. Why? Because this is the only industry, I'd say 99%, the only industry where you can have a very low investment and totally change your entire life. This is like the only industry that allows you to tap into multiple streams of income, tap into passive residual income, tap into cooperative economics, all at the same time with a very small investment. So literally, the industry is created for the average person to win. Now, this is the caveat to that, because the average person typically has the average way of thinking. And because the average person typically has the average way of thinking, they don't know how to discern and decipher when an opportunity is present for them. And so while this industry literally is an answer for many of the prayers that many people have been praying, if their eyes, if their spiritual eyes, their mental eyes are not prepared to receive it, they miss out. But when you're able to look beyond yourself, when you're able to say, yes, it didn't work for me before. Yes, I had bad experiences. Or yes, I did do well, but then my team left. Whatever the situation may have been, it's time for you to be restored. It's time for you to pick yourself back up and start again. It's time for you to continue to go, because there is a call on you. There are people that are literally called to this industry, if not for that one time for you to finally make it to the top of a company to say you did it. If not only for that reason, but there are people that are actually called to this industry because there are people that are assigned to you that need you to say yes, that need to be able to have a low investment and have an opportunity to create 7 figures. You can't do that anywhere else. And so you have to be able to discern, who am I listening to? Are you doing one of them things? Ask yourself, do you want that person's life? Do you want that person's life? Because if you don't want their life, you may not want to listen to what they're saying. That's just me. I'm just saying. That's awesome. Congrats, Litz. Congrats. And so you have to now remember, this is bigger than you. It's a movement. Tonight, when Mr. Lloyd was ending his address, and he said, "We are Tava." Honey, something inside of me I almost lost it. I felt such a strong rejuvenation. I felt such a desire to really just totally relaunch everything, because it reminded me of who we are. Like, this is bigger. There are people that are wondering, why is Sharita still in Tava? There are people wondering a lot of different things. But tonight, that we are Tava, honey, that's why. Because it's a movement. I have never been in an opportunity where I could have been there from day one. I have never been in an opportunity where the customer service is amazing. I have never been in an opportunity where products work like this. I have never been in an opportunity where literally the leadership has been impeccable. I have never been in an opportunity where I have amazing relationships with the corporate staff, where I literally was able to text the CEO's wife right after the call. Like, I've never been there. I've never been in an opportunity where I was able to go and reach top ranks. Like I to the effect of what we're doing now. Like I've never done that. But these were things that I had prayed for and desired when I was first presented into this industry over 12 years ago. But someone could say, well, that was 12 years ago, and say that they don't want to do that anymore. Well, let me tell you something. Most people, regardless of what industry they're in, most successful people did not become overnight successes. Y'all just found out about them. Because let me tell you what's going to happen, right? So 2021, when you see the things that are going to manifest in my life, some people are going to say, "Oh my gosh, who is Sharita Leon? Oh my gosh, she just came out of nowhere." Do y'all know how long I've been working? Do you know how long I've been putting in work in different industries and different things? And it's going to seem like I came out of nowhere. Why? Because my name is going to be everywhere. I'm going to be on billboards everywhere. I'm going to be in publications everywhere. I'm going to be on TV. So people are going to be like, "Oh my gosh, she came out of nowhere." Meanwhile, I have videos from like 10, 13 years ago. Come on, Cornelius. I've been working. He know me from high school. Cornelius, you probably don't even remember this, but during our last year in high school, we had our, you have your, what do they call those things? Memory books, yearbooks, right? So I was going around signing yearbooks for those people that were in my class. We were in all the same singers class, right? And I would write and do my signature on the yearbook, and I would say, "Watch." Yes, Cornelius, move in silence, right? I would write and do my signature, and I would say, "Just watch," or um something to the effect of, "You're gonna see me," or something like that. And I would just practice my signature. This was in high school. Let's fast forward to like what, 10 years after high school, and I become a best-selling author. Not once, but twice. And now that same signature that I was practicing, I'm now autographing books. I started in high school. But now they see me afterwards autographing books. It's the same that's going to happen with every other area of my life. They're going to see me, "Oh my gosh, she's the number one note marketer in the world. Where did she come from? Overnight success." No, I started over 12 years ago when no one knew who I was. When people had me come to do meetings and only one person showed up. That's that same girl who grew and elevated. So I share all this with you to say, it's time for you to be restored. Restored to the place where you have your heart's desires. Restored into the vision that God has shown you to have more, do more, and be more. It's time. And when I tell you the timing is everything, it really is everything. I was telling someone this just the other day. We look at people now and see their successes after being in a company for 7 years, being in a company for 5 years, and like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." But they've been in there from day one. Tava's 1 year old. I need you to have vision. I need you to have vision. This is going to require vision. Tava is 1 year old. Do you know what that will look like if you are consistent and building and working to just 5 years from now, when everybody knows about Tava, when everyone knows about the Vasia Detox Tea, when everyone is trying to get some of that Capri CBD coffee, do you know what happens to your back office, to your weekly pay? Do you understand? You need vision. This is a movement. This is bigger than just right now and today. This is bigger than your current people that may be in your organization. You haven't even met your team yet. Listen, y'all ain't trying to hear me. You haven't even met your team yet. You haven't even met the leaders that are going to take your business to the next level. But you will never meet them if you're not doing what you need to do. This is bigger than us. This is a movement. And people want to be a part of movements. Why? Because movements create changes. Movement changes lives. Movements are bigger than self. Movements are bigger than ego. This is beyond you. Tonight, listening to the CEO speak, he kept talking about coming together and covering each other from the industry, not just in Tava, but as a whole, as a people, coming together to cover each other, to create a safe place, to bring back that restoration. Y'all, this is bigger than just having some products that work very well. Because that's great. We love the products. It's bigger than people losing weight. I'm grateful for the 40 plus pounds I've lost and still losing. It's greater than having amazing skin. I'm grateful for my skin. But this is about the people that literally need a shift. The people that right now need to create that time freedom because they have a child that's sick and they can't stay off of work. This is what this is. This is bringing people together and restoring them to why they're on this earth. See, most people can't live out their purpose because they're stuck at a job because they have to pay their bills. This is why my mission, my purpose in life is to help individuals create wealth so that they can live their divine purpose. There's a call on your life. There's a gift on your life. And we need to see that because the world needs it. But most of you can't do that freely because you don't have the means. This is why you have to tap into resources that have been created to help you win. This is beyond little surface stuff. This is a movement of restoration, a movement of purpose, a movement of promises being manifested, an arc to help you sail into a better way of life. This is why we're here. Forget all the little small stuff. So listen, when I tell you the timing is everything, when I tell you that there's power in alignment, it truly is. I'm looking right now at this award that I received in October. And I keep looking at this award because it means so many things to me. It means, one, the power of a decision, the power of coming in agreement, and also the power of decreeing a thing and watching it be established. Because a year ago, when Pastor Sean and I were in Atlanta in our first Tava event, and we were sitting in the back, and people were getting on their awards, oh, I said, oh, this is never going to happen again. I will never be able to go to an event and not get an award. And then it happened. What would happen if you were in agreement and in alignment with somebody that could come in covenant with you to watch your dreams manifest? What would happen? What would happen? Pastor Sean and I both said we're doing it and we got it done. I remember, this is real talk, y'all. I'm telling you, because I was so bruised from this industry and I was so done with it. I remember when when I felt like hitting director was impossible. Not even director. It might have been even supervisor. Imagine me, Sharita Leon, feeling like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. Y'all, I didn't even think I could do supervisor. Mind you, I'm someone who has been the top recruiter in companies before, with tens of thousands of people in there. But this go around, I was like, I don't know if I could do this. I really felt like I couldn't do it. And the reason why was because I was living in my past. I was living in the hurt. I was living in the disgust of things that went left in my last time doing this. And I remember thinking that, man, I don't even think I could do that. Director? Ooh, who gonna do that? I don't know nobody. So when I hit executive director, when our team went, we hit executive. Listen, it was like, what? But we spoke it. We spoke it. We came into agreement and we built our faith up and we helped other people and it got done. See, again, get your emotions out of the way if your emotions are not serving you. If your emotions are not creating what you want, say goodbye. You need to fire them. You need to Cuddy. Right? It's time to be restored. Some of you have had success in this industry. You made it to the top of the comp plan before. You got burned out. You had into altercation with maybe someone in leadership. and you said, I'm good. Perhaps you might have gotten to an altercation with some of the leaders in this opportunity, or maybe the CEO of the company. And one of the things that I loved about Mr. Lloyd and what he shared tonight was how he's made mistakes. How he's made mistakes and how he's grown from them. And I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 because y'all know that's how I do. When I found out that he was the owner of this company, I said, I'm good. Thank you, but no thank you. And let me tell you why. While I knew his successes and I knew he was going to win, I remember a particular instance that took place 2 companies ago. And I was like, oh, I don't like how they handled that. I'm good. But what I can honestly say is that I've seen him grow like either totally different person than what I remember from nearly a decade ago. And I would have made a decision based on someone that I knew back then. I need y'all to get that. Because a lot of you, that's where you're stuck on where somebody was, what happened then, and not being present. The only thing that's real is the present. Everything else is just left into our imagination. The past is an imagination. Repeating your memory, that's using your imagination. The future is your imagination, creating what you want to see. That the only thing that is real is the present moment. So in your present moment, in the present opportunities that come to you, what are you going to do about them? That's right, Cornelius. What are you going to do about them? So let me tell you something. I am beyond grateful. I am so grateful to be a part of this arc because I'm tapping into vision. I'm tapping into vision. I'm telling you, I'm tapping into vision and seeing something that is far bigger than myself, far bigger than the current situation, far bigger than today. Far bigger than today. The new stories that will be created in this industry will take place in Tava. I'm one of them. You got to figure out you're going to be one of them, but I'm one of them. I am a network marketing living legend. Period. And I am so proud to say that. I didn't even want to talk about network marketing 14 months ago. I felt ashamed. Like, why would you go do that? Girl, you're successful. Why would you do one of them things? Ignorance. Ignorance speaks a lot louder sometimes than it should. And so for that reason, people hold themselves back. And so tonight, I want you to tap into vision. I want you to be aligned with a movement that's literally changing lives and it's going to change countless lives around the world. You're hearing me now, but you'll see what I'm saying. I need y'all to hear prophetically. You have to tap in. See, those that are able to, the Bible says this. Jesus said, blessed are those who were here to see this happen, right? But the greater blessing is those that didn't see and they believe. The same goes for you. Those that are here now, great. But the ones that can't even really see it happening, this sounds good, Sharita, but I don't know. Watch how great your blessing will be. Alignment, timing, the right atmosphere. I'm telling you, it's so much bigger than us. So if you're watching directly from my page and you want to get started, why people call me on Facebook Live, don't do that. Don't do that. Especially if y'all know I go live often. Come and check my page first before you call me. But if you're watching directly from my page and you want to be a part of this movement, Get in my inbox. If you're watching from YouTube and you want to get started, you're ready, you've been watching, get in my inbox. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. I would be the one to start singing. But listen, y'all, let me get off of here. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm just so grateful. I am grateful. If anybody ever has spoken to me and you ask me how I'm doing, I always say I'm great and grateful. And tonight I am truly grateful. So get in my inbox. Let's talk. Let's make this thing happen. We about to change a whole lot more lives. 2021, baby. 2021, baby. Y'all stay tuned. I'm stay tuned. I'm not even gonna talk. I'm gonna just show y'all. Y'all just gonna have to see all the amazing things that God is going to do in 2021. And I'm so excited for the many different branches that you all have an opportunity to see and be a part of. So I'm getting out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, only believe until the end and go get your life. Be blessed, y'all.
I'm a millionaire, money better cases. I ain't gotta chase it. I'm a millionaire.
Get your money.